Hi guys, welcome back to the Teaching Learning. This is Abdul Ghafoor. I hope you are doing good. Today's video about the upcoming pedagogy exam, and I'll be unfolding some learning models. As you know that the teaching practice is covering 30% of it, and the learning model covers the 2 to 3 questions in each test. So this video is very important for you. Before that, those who have registered for 12th May ECD pedagogy, okay. I have started the online classes for them. Okay. In community chat, you'll be finding my WhatsApp number and email. For more detail, you can contact me. Okay. So let's go for the learning models. I have selected one question. If you look at the type of learning in which the teacher divided the new skills into a number of sequential steps according to their difficulty, where the student is not allowed to proceed to the next step until he or she had mastered the one before it. Now, see, I have directly selected the mastery level, okay, because mastery level is the process. If you look at the narrow mind in a class, if a teacher, suppose you want to teach a certain skill, you have a planned certain step to, from simple term to complex term. And as a teacher, you cannot move until a student get the mastery or get the full command on it. So they already answered the mastery level. In a broader concept, okay, what we do exactly, that we have a process from the baseline test till summative test. Okay, baseline we diagnose the what type of the an individual students the have the problem and what the learning difficulties have. We embed and accommodate these learning difficulties into the curriculum and align the teaching strategies, and we keep assessing the students progress and attainment throughout the academic year. Now, when the degree is completed, we measure that the student got a mastery in these skills or not. If not, then we will modify curriculum and prepare the action plans. Okay. So this is about the answer first, but let's talk about, the further, or the other models which has been mentioned. Okay. Cooperative model, simulation, because 2 to 3 questions always, comes from this domain. Okay. Now, what is the cooperative learning? Cooperative learning, that means you have to divide the students in small groups, okay, to work together. Now, modeling learning, that means they have to adapt anything given in characters, okay, and performed accordingly. So this is something to copy from it, okay. Now, simulation learning, we mostly use, an artificial world. This is about, in the gamification and all these things. Okay. Suppose your child is playing a game. Okay. His input is, there's no physical input of it. That's a virtual input of, this one. We call that's a simulation model of it. Okay. Where an individual creates an artificial world and perform it. Okay. So we have a no physical input on it. Okay. But into the real world, we have to, and a student has to put the real. So these are the differences between cooperative model and simulation. And listen, let's talk about few more things that's our most important thing. Beside that, there's also, I found one question related the education, which is a formal education, non-formal, and informal education. So I wanted to explain to you what is the difference between the, the types of education. We consider these are the types of education. So the formal education, that means an individual who takes education in an institute, school, university, college, anything. This is a systematic way in which there's a complete certification degree program, and a student and teacher has, the contact, and that contact is pre-planned according to the curriculum with the contact and timetable. Non-formal education, I strongly believe that the distance learning, it is a systematic way, but the learner has to decide, okay, when he or she has to study. So I consider this is the non-formal education, okay, because in which the students not bound to come in the school, and the students which is not bound, maybe online courses. When you are going, there are certain online free courses, okay. There's the online free, the webinars and workshops, okay. And the students, okay, they have to go through videos and YouTube channels and all these things and to learn. This is a systematic, it has a systematic plan, online degrees, okay, like that, okay. But the learner is not bound with the time. So there's a certain characteristics which differentiate the formal education from the non-formal education. However, the informal education, we consider this lifelong learning. Suppose I want to you know learn driving, cooking, swimming, and any mechanical or technical certifications from there, okay. That we consider is an informal education. It has a no age limit and no certain time periods or no specific institutes that require to be enrolled. The types of the learning. And there was also one other question which was related with the directive learning. So types of learning, we have the directive learning, purpose learning, incident learning, and learning performance disconnections. Okay. Directive learning, that means when you teach into the classroom and students learn from the teacher, that's called the direct. Purposeful learning, that means there's a purpose behind the learning. Suppose I found many, the people in the UAE, they don't know actually the Arabic, but they they felt hard to communicate with the native speakers, so they learn Arabic. Okay, many of us, the workers I found, they even never been part of the school, but uh, they speak English very well, okay. That's the purposeful learning, that means need based learning, okay. And the second thing, incident learning, that you learn by chance, okay. Suppose when we interact, when we explore the websites, okay, and when we have a chit chat, okay, the suddenly ideas comes in our mind and we learn from it, okay. Now this is the most important and very interesting, the last, learning performance disconnections. That means the difference between learned behavior and actual performance, okay. For example, um I learned the recipe of a pasta from online or internet or YouTube channel, okay. This is what exactly I can say, that I know how to cook pasta, okay, because I learned. That is a change in my behavior, I learned. Is it really make the difference in actual practices? Of course not, okay. Of course, yes, okay. Now, in actual, if I want to cook the pasta, do you think I'll be cooking same as like I have learned? Of course not. So I know the football. Another example, okay, because I watched the video and I know what is the the function of the goalie and how to play and all these things, okay. But while I'm performing in the ground, okay, do you think I can perform as I have learned online? So the learning performance disconnections means the learned behavior, you acquired the knowledge about some certain skills. It is completely different than you perform in an actual. So these were the certain things I wanted to remind you that you should go through it, okay. And there are the 2 to 3 questions related with the learning. In the next video, I'll be listing some learning styles that will help you for the upcoming test. Till that, stay blessed and take care.